السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد. Brothers and sisters, this is a channel that I'm launching in addition to my consulting channels and business in order to apply the principles of Islam to massive success. Please subscribe and like if you find the material of value so that we can get this material out to as many Muslims as we can so that they may know this. And of course, we know this, but that we put this into practice, because the difficult part in the teachings of Islam is not learning, for we have many ulama, we have many books and resources, and the general knowledge is there. It's the application that we need to be consistent on and remind ourselves of. That's why Islam speaks so much of dhikr, and the Muslim is the one who remembers. So, brothers and sisters, do you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us to this earth simply to do nothing, to make no gains, and to be oppressed, to be mazloom, and then simply to wait after death to receive al-Jannah when all of the deeds will be finished? No, he indeed did not. And this is proven through many ayat of the Quran al-Kareem. And of course, the great Mufassirin said that the Quran was almost written about Musa alayhi salam. Musa is mentioned so many times, and it's for good reason. Because Musa alayhi salam gives a master class on how the Muslims establish ourselves in all fields, as does Yusuf alayhi salam. And we're going to be discussing this more. As Ibn Kathir rahimahullah said, the Quran is about us primarily. The mu'mineen, the kafirun, the munafiqeen, all of it by the sincere Muslim and by the mystical Muslim, by the salik, must be understood as aspects within our own soul and our own ruh. So all of the ayat apply to us. They're not simply historical stories. They're for a purpose. They're for the purpose of leading us to a tawheed and leading us to our ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for practical applications in our lives. There are very powerful ayat in the Quran, ayatain, 2 ayat, that I just wanted to reflect on very shortly, very briefly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to Musa alayhi salam, and he says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين. We wanted to give this favor or blessing to the ones who were oppressed in the land before, and we wanted to make them leaders and inheritors. Brothers and sisters, you are al-warithin. You are the inheritor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already bestowed all of the gifts, all of the rizq, all of the glory upon you. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he was in the trenches, when they were in a very poor situation, and we're going to go into the leadership qualities of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When they were in a very poor situation, he saw the jewels of Qisra wa Qaisar. He saw the palaces of Damascus, and he knew that these were his, and they were indeed his in that time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that those who were oppressed in the land, meaning those who did not know these principles before, or who did not put them into practice, Allah is going to make you al-warith. And this channel is to give you the resources to step into your inheritance, to step into your state of being a warith and a'imma, which means leaders. The people who view our channel, inshallah, are going to be leaders in the world of commerce, and by extension in other areas of the society, so that we can lead the people by example, inshallah ta'ala. And that's what the verse, the ayah after this goes into. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa, alayhi salam. He says, وَنُمَكِّنَ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَنُرِيَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَامَانَ وَجُنُودَهُمَا مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. We want to establish them in the land and show Fir'aun and his minister and Haman and their soldiers what they feared. And Fir'aun and Haman and their soldiers represents that part of you, that inner part of you, which is not all in on your success, which is not all in on you flowering your abilities and allowing the gifts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to flow into your life and allowing that rizq. Because brothers and sisters, it's all about allowing, it's all about accepting the rizq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Miriam alayhi salam, she received food in her rooms. In the Quranic story, when Zakaria alayhi salam came in upon her and saw that she had the rizq, she had food. Allah wants to give you that rizq, and He's offering those to you all the time, but we have our umbrellas up, brothers and sisters. This channel is going to teach you how to tap into the rizq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's going to teach you to apply the principles of Islamic mysticism. It's going to teach you the deeper spiritual principles of Islam, of tarbiyah, of, yes, tasawwuf, so that our lives can become a masterpiece from the standpoint of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us here for. So continue watching this channel. Please subscribe and like. We will be releasing material at least every week, inshallah, and we're going to teach you how to radically change your lifestyle according to the spiritual principles of Islam and have massive success in this dunya, because there's no separation in Islam between dunya and akhirah. They're all a continuous and holistic whole. This dichotomy and this duality was not meant to be. It is a fallen idea. It is an idea of heretical sects. It is not what Islam teaches. So thank you for watching, brothers and sisters. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is your brother, Abdurrahman Javier, and we'll see you very soon, inshallah.